Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace here, dropping in on you. I hope that you are having a good start to your day. I hope that you are closing out a very productive week. If not, the good news is that you still have an opportunity to change things. If you're still breathing, there's still the opportunity for you to do something different, to accomplish something more, to see something beyond what you've seen to this point. So, no matter where you are currently, there's still something better out there for you. No matter how well you've done or how poorly you've done, there's something for you to go get. So I want to encourage you to start taking on a mindset of excelling, no matter what the current condition. And I want to talk to you about that a little bit. Before I forget, we're extending the 50% off of one-on-one sessions with yours truly until 6 p.m. today. That means any one-on-one sessions that we offer, you can get it at 50% off. All you have to do is go to rickwallacephd.link and click on the Life Change Courses and Programs tab. Any of those programs that fall underneath that tab are available at 50% off via immediate rebate, and you can see how the rebate takes place in the description. Also, if you haven't gotten your copy of Critical Mass, I'm encouraging you to go out and get that. It's one step in moving forward. No, it's not the same as working with yours truly on a one-on-one basis through a customized program, but it will definitely give you a clear understanding of how we develop our habits, how we develop our behaviors, how we create shifts and changes in thought processes that are so important to achieving success. So if you haven't gotten it, the link to get it is in this description as well. Now, I want to talk to you real briefly about being anchored in the past and what that means. Ultimately, the person you are right now, in personality, meaning how you see life, how you feel life, how you experience life, and how you behave in life, based on your perception of yourself is your personality, and your personality creates your personal reality. How you experience life is based on how you, as a person, are built. And so if you want to change how you're experiencing life in a significant manner, it requires that you change the person you are. So I always tell people that you don't get what you want, you get what you become. So if there's something that you are constantly in need of or something you constantly desire that you're not experiencing or not achieving, it's because you haven't become the person that is necessary to produce the action that gives you the thing you want. And that's how you gain, you grow. If you're not growing, your capacity to produce things that you've never produced will not happen. Now, the thing is, we experience life on different levels. And the importance, and it's so important to understand this one thing. See, most of us think, well, you just say you want something or you fight something and you move away from something, and that's how you get something, is by saying, I don't want it. Well, the thing of the matter is your brain doesn't operate that way. While you may communicate that way with people, you'll tell them, I don't like that, I don't want you to do that. That's not how life works. Life works based on what your mind focuses on. So in other words, say, for instance, let's use the thing that everybody gets caught up in. It's not the most important thing, but the way we respond to it and act to it is one way to get a person's attention. So let's talk about money. And when you talk about, I don't want to experience lack. I don't want to live in poverty. Well, the more you focus on what you don't have, the more power you give it. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Your behavior or your approach or your view towards something is creating the reality. In other words, how you experience it. So if I sit up and I look at something and I say, I don't like this, then my goal is to look at what's on the other side of it. What's the opposite? And whatever the opposite of it is more than likely, if I don't like this, I'll like the opposite. So that's what I strive for. That's what I look at. That's what I determine inside of myself I'm going after. Why? Because the thing I focus on the most becomes the thing I feel the most. And what we mostly do is we train on the discomfort. So whatever's bringing us discomfort, we focus on it. The problem is we impress upon our mind the power of it by focusing on it. And so it begins to become bigger and bigger and bigger. When I talk about being anchored in the past, I'm talking about the ideas and emotions and thoughts that create a way of looking at the thoughts. Most people can never truly move into their destiny of being greater than they are now in whatever area. There's so much more to life than money. Yes, money can make a lot of things go away, but also it can create a lot of other problems if you don't have yourself balanced. So I'm talking about being a good parent, being a good spouse, being a good person that engages the community, giving life to the world around you is what I'm talking about. Success is the totality of your impact in the world around you. And so when you look at that, when you find people that are not experiencing that, it's because they're still impacted or anchored in the past. In other words, most people live from the emotions and memories of the past. They literally wake up in the morning and the first thing they think about is something that causes them to worry, something that causes them to stress out, something that causes them to have a negative feeling. When they wake up in the morning, before they can hit the ground or hit the floor, their mind is already focusing on everything that's wrong. How does that happen? Everything that you think about is brought up by memory. Everything you feel in your body is brought to you by an emotion or a feeling. So how do you get around that? You've got to wake up, and the first thing you got to train yourself to do is engage the positive before you experience any negativity whatsoever. So you wake up and you establish in your mindset that I'm going to wake up with a heart of gratitude. I'm going to wake up with an expectation of something better. So when you sit up and you do that, you start to release yourself from the anchors of the past. Because see, anytime you're worrying about something, anytime you're stressed, anytime you're angry, anytime you're bitter, it's always from something behind you. And so what you actually have to do is you have to sit up and say, you know what? I'm not going to allow my past to dictate my future. My past is my past. I'm going to learn from the mistakes I made. I'm going to learn from the people who have come in and handled me the wrong way. I'm going to learn from all of the other things, but I'm not going to allow my past to define me. I'm also not going to allow my current condition to define me. I'm more than that. I am the totality of what my potential dictates I have the ability to do. And so that's what I'm going to focus on. I believe that there's more out there for me, so that's what I'm going to focus on. I believe that I can do remarkable and exceptional things. I believe that I can make an impact on the world around me. So that's where my focus is. I'm going to wake up with a mindset of gratitude. That's what I teach anybody that will come to me. The first thing we do is we've got to develop a foundation of gratitude. How are you waking up in the morning? What's the first thing you're thinking about? If you're thinking about the problems, you don't have a heart of gratitude, because see, the problems become bigger when there's no mindset of gratitude and appreciation for the things you already have. It's hard to build a capacity for something more when you don't appreciate what you already have. So the mindset is to get up and be thankful for what you have. And there have been times in my life, all I had was my life and opportunity. See, there was two things I had. I was still breathing, and there was something in front of me better than what I was currently living in. And then I moved on, and then I was blessed because I created that capacity when there was all the reasons in the world to look at the lack. Everything I didn't have, I could have easily focused on that. But I decided, you know what? I've got my life, I'm breathing, and I have a future in front of me in which I can do exceptional and extraordinary things and accomplish a world of things. I kept my mind focused on that. I build gratitude, and I smile when everyone else thought I should be frowning, complaining, and pointing fingers. And what I did is, I sit up and I decided I was going to look in front of me. I decided that I was going to make a point out of being grateful. Now, what I did is I opened up the capacity to receive more. Now, when I wake up, I'm not just grateful for breathing God's air, and however you see God. I'm not only grateful in the opportunities that are in front of me, but now I'm grateful because I have a beautiful wife who loves me, supports me, understands me, and we ride this ride together. So now I've got something else that I would not have had if I wouldn't have had the capacity to receive it. See, gratitude is what creates the capacity, because when you have gratitude, you're already being grateful for something you have. So you're already conditioning your brain to say, I've received something, and I'm grateful for it. Now, being grateful and having gratitude and appreciation opens up the capacity. But the more you complain, the more you focus on what's negative, the more you allow the emotions of the past to reverberate through your body and create a feeling of anxiety, worry, stress, and fear. the more you tighten and restrict your ability to receive. Because all of that is negative. The vibrations are negative, the energy is negative, the frequency is negative, the expectations are low. But when you sit up and say, you know what, I'm not going to become overly engaged or worried or concerned about the current condition because my life is bigger than the moment. And that I trust that my purpose has an expanded use for my life and that it's not going to end today. And so I'm going to find a reason to be grateful, and I'm going to sit on the reason. See, if I'm still breathing, I've got purpose. If I'm still breathing, I still have opportunity. If I'm still breathing, the game isn't over yet. And if I'm still breathing, I haven't lost. So if I'm still breathing, I've got something to be grateful for. If I can look into the future with a vision of what is in front of me and experience the vision more than I experience the past, I'm moving forward. Very few people have the capacity to look into the future and see their lives and experience the future instead of looking back at the past and living in the emotion of the past. So that's what I want to get you to understand. When I say anchored in the past, I mean anchored to the thoughts, the memories, the ideas of what used to be. If you're waking up and you're looking into the past. See, the problems of yesterday are in the past. How you view your morning when you wake up creates the capacity to create a different result than you did yesterday. Your goal is to wake up and make different decisions and see things differently and move differently than you did yesterday to get better results. Even if you had a great day yesterday, you want to find a way to improve on it. Take away the good, process the bad, understand where the bad came from, and then make a different decision. But if you're focused on it, it will consume you. That's why you are always told to be careful of your thoughts. Your thoughts are the seeds of your destiny. What thoughts are you entertaining on a regular basis? How do those thoughts that you are entertaining on a regular basis align with the future you say you want for yourself? If you're constantly thinking in a way that is diametrically opposed to what you say you desire, you're producing an effect that doesn't work for you. Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in what's wrong. It's going to always be something that's not lined up with what you want. You have to execute your sovereignty and understand that you are living moment by moment based on your thoughts. Scripture says that as a man thinks, so is he. There's no exceptions around it. The constant throughout any religious practice is how much control you have over your thinking, over your mind. What's infiltrating your mind? What are you entertaining in your mind? Whatever you're entertaining is setting the pathway of what you're walking. And you have a choice each and every day, each and every minute, each and every second to change it. Now, I don't care who you are, how good you are, and how good you become at this. There are going to be times that life hits you so hard that it shakes you, that it pulls you away from where you should be. But the quicker you readjust, the quicker you pull yourself back together, the quicker you remind yourself of who you are and where you're going, there's that identity thing, then you will recover from the hit quicker, you will heal from the hit quicker, and you'll advance faster. But if you don't know who you are, if you don't really truly buy into your destiny, see, we got a lot of destiny talk, but we don't understand the meaning of destiny. See, destiny means that no matter how hard someone or something tries to stop it, it still happens. Why? Because it's destiny. So when I think about my destiny, that is the end result of me living out my purpose. So and I look at that, that's absolutely nothing you can put in front of me to stop what I was created to do if I'm working on doing it. Now, you may hinder me, you may misdirect me momentarily, but if I have an understanding of who I am, if I have an understanding of what my purpose is, if I have an understanding why I was created and placed here, my guarantee in my destiny is that you can't stop me. That life can't stop me. That loss can't stop me. That setbacks and delay won't stop me. The only thing that can stop me is me. I can be stopped by becoming too consumed with my ego of what's going on now. I can be stopped by looking at someone else and getting frustrated because of where they are in comparison to where I'm at. I can be stopped by losing the sense of identity that tells me who I am and try to be somebody else. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. You have within you the power to set the course of your life at the rate and at the state that you want it. But you've got to make a decision that you're not going to entertain the negative, that you got to make a decision that you're going to operate from a platform of gratitude. You got to make a decision that you're no longer going to allow the negative to be the predominant moving force in your life. Yes, you're going to go through some difficult things. Yes, you're going to have hardships. Yes, you're going to face some things that drain you, but you got to have in your mindset and understand who you are and know where you're going, be committed to it and be sold out to it and be committed to thinking it, experiencing it, and living it. You got to literally absorb it into the consciousness of your body. Every part, every cell in your body is made of hundreds of thousands of atoms. And then the subatomic matter of atoms is literally energy. And when you break down the subatomic particles of energy, you find consciousness, the very consciousness of God. Everything in you is built to relate to the universe and the world around you when you find yourself. But your body is literally experiencing the world around you through that consciousness at some state. But the thing is, what are you entertaining the most? What you entertain the most is what you're going to feel. What you're going to feel is going to relate to your thought processes, where you are and what you're doing and what you can expect. You control it. It's so much bigger than your moment. It's so much bigger than your moment. If you can't see past your moment or past your past hurts, it's going to be almost impossible to experience life at the level that you have the potential to experience it or you desire to experience it. Because there are just simply going to be times where things don't feel good. Things aren't going the way you want them to. But that's not the totality of your reality. You have the ability to rewrite it, to shape it, to change it. But you got to be committed to it. Look, I'm going to get off of here. I just wanted to stop by and kind of share that with you. It's so much more that goes off into understanding how your body responds to your thoughts, literally on a cellular level, how your body responds to your thoughts. You're either healing yourself or hurting yourself with your thinking. With that being said, I'm going to get out of here. As I always say, live your life on full. Don't leave anything behind. Give life all that you have inside of you. That's how you build a legacy. That's how you change the world. That's how you step outside of the boxes and the boundaries that other people have set for you. Commit to it. With that being said, I'm out of here. You guys have a great day.